Good afternoon, Affnan here. Video update of my aquaponics set. Today is Sunday, 27th of November. I have removed few plants from the gutter bed because it's a bit overcrowded, and to ensure the plants can have enough sun, I have to remove the pandans, a lot of ganda rosa, which is not really worthwhile having in the gutter bed when I have limited space. They are growing very well, but I'm better off with plants that can provide vegetables and fruitings vegetables, and those that require only take up small space, because I have such a limited amount of space, planting space. So over here where I have a lot of mints, ganda rosa, the turmeric plants and pandan, I have removed them and maintain a few plants which is require a lot of sunlight. Things like this Samunyawa plant was under the shade by the tomato plants, and they are suffering from lack of sunlight. Chilies are doing very well. You can see there's a lot of chilies coming up. All the 5 chili plants actually in total are having a lot of chilies. This is the bird eye or chili bara from Indonesia. I use organic spray, and so far it's very good because there is no sign of white flies or wilt, and that organic spray are doing its job very well. I spray on the average of once a week. So I have a lot of chilies and only have 5 pots of chili plants. So my next steps in growing aquaponic, I will try to grow more chili plants and see what kind of yield I can get. Eggplants, they are growing quite big, but they're very slow in their fruiting. There's only one huge eggplant here and a few flowering. I have removed the top shades yesterday to give more sun. I suspect they are suffering from lack of sunlight. So this is one eggplant. A lot of plant at the bottom here I have removed because they are in the shaded area and a bit overcrowded. Once you have overcrowded plants in aquaponics, especially when water is around, you can attract a lot of fungus or plant wilt and a lot of mildew kind of things that will attack the plants. This is the this is the English basil. They are growing. Strawberry plants, 2 daughter plants that I grow from runners are growing. One here and one over here. And the 2 plant originally bought, it have strawberry, one deformed strawberry, but it's good because rather than having nothing, it still produces strawberry. The plant is growing well, but due to the temperature, it will not able to have good fruits. But let's try and see. The second plant also will have a few strawberries, a bit deformed. And over here, it's okay for lowland strawberry, so I don't expect much from strawberry plant as long as it's grow, and I can try to propagate it and try to see how best I can do on the strawberry plant to ensure they can at least try to flower and fruit. Most of this plant at the bottom I have to cut and remove due to the lack of sunlight. I have to space out the pots, and I will be trying different kind of pots due to roots from tomato plants are clogging the gutter bed, and I will try to use different kind of pots to ensure the roots is not clogging anymore. These few tomato plants, you can see they are fruiting, so they're bearing fruits. There's a few here and there on the average. There's quite a lot, even for a single household consumption. This currently is a rainy season, and I have to watch out for those white flies, and a lot of tomatoes. You see the tomatoes are everywhere, and I have to tie up the tomato plant to the stake. And if I do tomato plant again, I have to somehow space it out at least 3 feet between each plant, and in that way that it will grow better, and I have to put better stake or spot. Pineapple crown. This is my second attempt actually. The first attempt it died off due to high acidity in the water. But ever since I add the limestone, it stabilized at 7.0 in its acidity pH value, and somehow the rotting have stopped, and this is the second attempt, and I'll see, and it's showing a sign of growth and no decay. A lot of plants which was here also I have to remove due to lack of sunlight. They are dying off, so may as well have empty pots with hydroton. So I will use these pots to grow other plants later on. Turmeric plant I have to redo. It was about 4 or 5 pots, and I reduced it to only 5 pots, and I've replanted all of them so that they will have new growth later on. So on average about a month or 2 they will be having a lot of turmeric leaf again, and we can start to use the leaf. So it's quite high up, the tomatoes. It's giving me problem to tie them up. Like this plant I have to tie up so that it will not droop down, and later on this afternoon I will probably have to tie up these plants and putting more braces so that they can be supported. And from my trial of these tomato plants, I found out this kind of pots is not that suitable, because tomato plant have a lot of root growth. What happens is the growth will come out on the roots will come out on the side, and it will block a lot of water and cause a lot of problem in terms of water channeling. So on tomato plants I have to use this kind of pots. So this is the recommended pots that for plants which have a lot of root growth, so that there's no roots coming from the side of the pots, and the only area where the pots the roots can come out is from the bottom, so it will not block water passage. So that's one thing that I find out from my experiment. So the 2 types of pots need to be used, depend on whether the plants is having a lot of roots or not. Plants like chilli doesn't form too many roots, and they're not that invasive. So I can use these normal pots that I'm using, which is the orchid pots, without problem, and they will not block any water channel passage through the gutter bed. Plants, no problem. Just trimming a few of them. The fish are still there. Tilapia in the center feeder tank is still there. The remnants of the tilapia with aeration stones. The one on the right hand side, all those pacu fish is still there. And lampam is still on the left return tank. and they are growing. They are not eating during the day. Usually they are eating. They will consume those pellets at night. Okay, that's a brief update of my aquaponics sets. What's happening today, 27th of November 2016. Thank you for watching.